Hello everyone, welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Libra for the week of October 20th. And at this time, I'd like to give a very special thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, and for sharing with others, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched and the hypes that you've also given me. Thank you so much for doing all of that. And of course, the lovely comments. Thank you. I do truly appreciate them. Gives me encouragement. I hope everyone out there had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Okay. Two of Swords. A little bit of indecisiveness this week for some of you. Looks like you need to make a decision on this and you're not quite sure which way to proceed. So you're trying to make a decision this week on what your next move is going forward for yourself. The King of Pentacles. Yeah. Checking into your finances, taking charge of it a little bit more than you have in a long time. You know, you're feeling more comfortable with making these decisions going forward this week because you know that the business that you're in will pay you well, but you're looking for more. So you're trying to figure out how to invest in yourself, more security, trying to figure out how you can eliminate some problems in your life. So you're trying to make a really big decision this week on, looks like for many of you, to do with your jobs. You know, whether you're working at home or working for somebody else, but you're trying to make a big decision so that you can help your future finances. Yeah, there you go. You know, taking charge of it, understanding that this needs to change, and you're trying to come to grips with it in many cases. I don't mean to laugh slightly, but it's a hard thing to admit to yourself, you know, and still maintain control, you know, thought-wise. You're healing, you're feeling more emotionally charged about starting this, which again will really turn things around for you. And you're trying to convince yourself to relax as you do it, not get so frustrated, trying to find more balance as you're doing this for yourself and others around you. And the Justice card. Looks like for some of you, there's a legal contract coming in that you are really truly looking at. You're not just doing this. Now, this can be in a court case that's getting settled. It's going to give you some bit of finances, you know, a little more money in the pocket so that you can begin helping yourself for your future. You're trying to keep everything this week on a more even scale, especially for yourself. You're not allowing yourself to overthink things right now. You're just trying to get everything in balance, everything, you know, ship-shape the way you think it should be. And you have the clarity this week on how to go about that. You know, cause and effect, but you're understanding that, you know, for many of you, you're clearing things up all the way around. You know, whether this is your bills, your job, your home, you're just trying to find that harmony within it all. Okay, 5 of Cups. Yes, there's been some setbacks. In some cases, even some failures, regrets. That's called life. And you're realizing that you can't change it, undo it, or fix it. You can only go forward. So with the disappointments and failures that you felt recently, you're now managing to pick yourself up, you know, dust yourself off and realize that you can only go forward from here. You'll take the wisdom, the knowledge with you. but you're understanding that there had to be something you needed to let go of. And for many of us, it looks like this is from the past. You know, some of these failures come from things that you had wanted to do in life and they didn't quite pan out. But you never really come to terms with, you know, just truly letting it go. Not that you'll forget, nobody does. But you're realizing that mistakes are building you for a better future. And that's what you're trying to do as well. So it's like a harmony to help you to realize no more sliding backwards. You're going forward from here. And you're giving yourself that permission to do that. And karma. You're going to get to witness some karma. And this is your time, you know, for all that you've done for others, whether it's been, you know, physically helping them, mentally helping them, you know, being the guard there on time for them, like taking care of business when they couldn't, that sort of thing. And this is the universe saying, okay, I'll give you that extra help. Or are you going to use it wisely? You know, that's going to be a question for yourself. So that may help you to, like I said earlier, make that decision much easier for you going forward. And it is a decision that is really weighing heavy on you. You don't want to make any more mistakes or what you feel is a mistake. You just want your life to be what you're seeing of others, or you think you're seeing of others. And the Two of Wands. Yeah, moving forward, progress. Looking out to new adventures, plans, progress. Making decisions for your future. And you're realizing that now you can really truly understand that the whole world is here for you. You're not pinholed into one little thing or one way of doing something or seeing something. There's a vast world out there. Some of you are even learning to let go of the past, like where you lived. Maybe you're moving, looking into moving to another place, another province, another town. You're making travel plans though, because you want to go there and see for yourself, not just dream about it. You know, and you're realizing that your future is in a different place and you have all the opportunities to begin it. You're very smart, like, wow. And you've never really branched out. Give yourself the permission to do that. And now you are. So you're really stepping into your future, looking at all the possibilities. No longer pinholing yourself to living in one place, doing a certain job, you know, living a certain way. Your mind is more vast than it has been in a very long time. You've never really given yourself that opportunity to step into your dreams. But you are this week. And you're actually literally making phone calls, sending emails, all those sort of things to see what's out there. And the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely hard at work, looking into things much more serious than you have in a very long time. Understanding that this needs to change, your future, your finances, and you have a very high standard of yourself and your surroundings, and should. You know, you appreciate the finer things in life. And you're mastering so many different skills as you do this. I don't think you've understood how much you already know. You've just never really put it into practice or working, or however you want to say it. You know, many people out there don't have half of what you have for knowledge. And now you get to share it with others, and you're realizing that, you know, hey, this could be an entrepreneur moment for myself. I could make some money out of this. So you're definitely looking into, for many of you, it looks like starting a business. You've probably been thinking about this for a long time, but you never really took action on it. And now something has turned in your life, and it made you wake up and realize, you know, how much you actually already have. Yeah, 8 of Wands. So definitely moving forward, understanding that you need to make a decision. And for many of you, a decision for once and for all. No longer floating around, wondering where you should live, what job you should have. The opportunity has literally presented itself, and either you're going to step into this and move forward with it, or you're not. But you're realizing that it is going to take you to different areas, different places in your life. But it's requiring you to speed up. Like, take this action, movement, swift change. You know, you've manifested this, you've wanted it, you've talked about it probably to others, but you cut yourself off from keep moving forward, like taking that forward momentum, and now somebody has given you that opportunity. Like, you've gotten an email recently or a phone call, and it's telling you, you know, if you do this, this is what you can accomplish and have. So you are really learning that this week you need to get moving forward. That's probably why you are trying to make that decision and understanding going forward what it is that you're actually wanting. Like, you're finally admitting to yourself. You may not be talking to anybody else about it, but you are definitely realizing what it is that makes yourself tick. And the Star card, yeah, new beginnings, new opportunities, stepping into the future. And it is really happening a lot smoother than what you had thought. Your hopes, your fears, but you're more calm about it. You're not always overanalyzing, overthinking, trying to figure out how to begin something. You're actually taking that leap of faith. You know, there's good fortune here, there's good omens, and the opportunity wouldn't have come to you if it wasn't meant for you. And I think that's what you're realizing for yourself this week. You're finally admitting that things are about to change, and you need to change with them. You need to get on board and keep going forward, because you're not going to be happy where you're at for very much longer, or in the shape that you're in. Yeah, a 7 of Swords, for sure. You're definitely learning that who's got your back, who doesn't, what it is you expect from others, what you're actually getting. And it helps you to answer a lot of questions that you've had recently. You know, there's been betrayal, people getting away with things, and you've tried to talk it over with others, but nobody's paying attention but yourself, which helps you to understand which way you need to go from here. So many of you, it looks like you're looking into not only moving away from this job, if that's what this is, or people, places, or things, but you're realizing there's been a lot going on for a long time and you don't want to be part of it anymore. You have a standard that you put for yourself and others that hang around you, and they're finally showing you, unfortunately, and I'm sorry, their true colors in the mix of it. Yeah. The Wheel. Definitely things are changing around you. And it's been coming for a while. This isn't just, you know, haphazard. This has been coming for a while. This is your future coming straight at you. This is good luck, karma, a life cycle. You know, this is fate, a turning point for you to go forward. You've had your ups and downs, and you've just, you know, something clicked and you decided that that's it, that I need a change. This is your turning point. This is your time. And you're realizing it. And you're finally admitting it. And boy, that's a big step sometimes, isn't it? The Queen of Rods. Yeah, coming into your own power. Realizing that you're on the right path at the right time and you're making this move for yourself. Nobody else. Just yourself. And it's going to take courage. But you have that this week. You really have determination, a zest for life, you know, and you're not holding yourself back anymore with self-doubt or overthinking or that. You're moving forward on this. and you're feeling like you don't want to wait anymore. Let's get on this. So you're really moving forward into a whole new way of your future. You know, where you're going to live, what job you're going to have, and you can already see what it's going to bring you. All right. Stress that comes from having many things happen at once. Successful manifestation, sudden events or changes. Yeah, there it is. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you again next week. Bye for now.